Life has no meaning. Yup, I said it. Life has no meaning. Walang meaning ang life. I think nagbibigay lang tayo ng meaning at gumagawa lang tayo ng meaning just for us to not go insane. Because kapag inabsorb talaga natin and we disseminate or we make it a public knowledge or we make it an everyday truth that life has no meaning, magiging prone nga yung mga tao na ma-fall sa nihilistic view of things na nothing matters. Ayoko nang mabuhay. What's the point of life? It has no meaning. But no, you're interpreting life has no meaning in the wrong way. I think life has no meaning. Yes, I'm saying that right. Life has no meaning. But I think since we have grown to be romantics, life does have meaning. And we create individual meanings for life. But at the same time, at first, let's talk about the social constructs na ginawa ng mga tao before us just to give meaning to the life that we have now. Because everything is created and every institution that have been put in place is designed to create and maintain that illusion of meaning. Now, okay, once you do this, once you do that, once you become a child, once you go to school, once you go to college, once you go to work, once you submit to this capitalistic ideals, once you vote for this politician, once you're depressed, this and that and this and those. I think the social institutions that we have established, wala silang meaning. I said what I said. Wala silang meaning. Wala silang meaning. Wala silang meaning. I think our meaning, wala talagang meaning ang buhay. It might sound crazy, but the best thing we can do on this earth is to just try and experience everything that we can, to feel, and alam mo yun, don't try to own things and don't try to just exist is what I mean. Just exist, just try, just experience, just find out, and don't hold on to things for too much. Because when we hold on to things, when we own things, we give it meaning, and that meaning makes our life hurt. Because we give something meaning. It matters to us. So when it's lost, like all things in life, because everything is life is given and then taken away, life hurts. And nagka-crumble down yung world na create natin because that thing, that person, that thing, kung ano man yung bagay na yun that we gave meaning and that we have attached to ourselves, when that thing is gone, we feel like life is crumbling because fundamentally, life has no meaning. So let's talk about the meaning that this society has created so that we can continue living life, so that we have reasons to live life. Pero yung mga meaning na to, it has been saturated and it has been designed by capitalists and politicians and the masterminds by this whole operation which we now called life, because everything is again surveillance, everything is censored. Well, not everything is censored, but everything, we're being watched, we're being supervised, and every institution that we have, they have a goal. And if, for example, if in the capitalistic framework, the meaning of life is establishing yourself with wealth and stature and social position, of course, those people who want to have meaningful lives and to have or to lead meaningful lives and be meaningful themselves, they will strive to acquire as much money as they can, because that's the meaning of life. That's one of the meaning of life. Success, that's a meaning of life. If I'm successful, my life has meaning now because I have this wealth, I have this security, I have this stature, I have a lot of money. Life has meaning for me now. Again, and then dreams. I'm not saying that dreams are completely meaningless, but I'm saying life has no meaning. But dreams can have meanings, of course. But at the same time, these dreams, it's also attached to the capitalistic frameworks, the politicians, the masterminds who make the concept of dreams. Which makes it so sad because you can have dreams, you can have purpose, but you can't have the pure versions of dreams and purposes because those are attached to wealth, to materialism, and not just through existence. You have to please something, you have to prove something, you have to acquire something, and through that cycle of acquisition and exploitation, our world is dying, it's debilitating, it's debilitating. I don't know if I used that correctly. It's dying. It's dead. Well, not fully, but we're on the way. So yeah, life has no meaning. I think the only meaning we can get in this life is just through experiencing things. Because life is a fleeting moment. Life is a fleeting thing. You can't hold on to it. Because it has no meaning. You exist. And oh my gosh, what's my purpose? I have dreams. Of course you have dreams. Of course you have purpose. Because a lot of people that has came before us, they have those dreams. They had those purposes. So what's mine? You might. But at the same time, I don't know. You might not have any purpose or dreams. I mean, of course you have dreams and purpose. You've been taught your whole life to have those things. But what I'm essentially saying is, it doesn't count because life has no meaning. I know, even me, I'm failing to grasp this as I'm saying this. But I think the most meaning we can get in life, and the most meaning we can get in life is just through experiencing things as a fleeting mortal vessel. Yes, we have minds, we have souls, we have hearts, we can feel, we can see, we can touch, but we can't really own things. We can create things, yes. We can fulfill our dreams, yes. But that doesn't mean that our lives have meaning. You know what I mean? Na your wealth, your job, it doesn't define you. What defines you is your experiences, your unique interaction with the world, how you see the world, how you feel about the world. But since those aspects, those senses are dead and we can't properly commune with our world, with our natural world, since we're surrounded by these dreams, by these purposes that aims to divide us from the real world, from the beauty of the real world, of the natural world. It's destroyed. We are surrounded by material things, and we are divided in culture and as people, as a collective. So we are now rotting in isolation, finding purpose, finding meaning, when the purpose and meaning of life is experiencing things as a fleeting human being. Imagine a butterfly. Butterflies don't even exist for that long. Mind you, they exist 3 days, less than 1 week. And the thing about butterflies is, nobody teaches them to do anything. Nobody teaches them to do anything. The moment they are birthed into a leaf, and then they undergo the metamorphosis, and then the moment they fly out, they just do what feels natural. They just fly. They just suck the nectar out of the flowers. They just do their inane purpose. Their innate? I think that's innate purpose, which is to fucking fly and to fucking suck on the nectars, just because that's the way they interact with the world. That's the way they were designed. That's what they were born to do, without anyone, without any social institutions, without any gender, sex, race dictating what they should do, what they can and can't do. But it's different for humans because we convince ourselves na if I do this, I'm the greatest. If I hurt all these people, I'm the greatest. That's why we had wars. That's why we have history. That's why we have dictators. That's why we have serial killers. They're just people trying to make sense of life. But they can't. Spoiler alert, because life has no meaning. And our purpose, and we have tried so hard to give life a tangible meaning to an extent that we ended up hurting each other. Not just hurting each other, but conducting wars. As if language, or the creation of language, the division of language, the division of race, the division of land, the division of countries isn't enough. We divided ourselves from each other and we killed our natural world just for us to have this history and this nuisance and this meaning and this history. And that counts for something. We have art, we have purpose, we have dreams, we have beauty. And I do agree that these things, or these cycles and series of humans trying to grasp and find meaning, is completely useless because they produce something: art, beauty, meaning. And they advance science, they advance technology, they advance everything. They made our lives easy. But it also divided us. It also killed a lot of us. It also killed the natural world that we're supposed to commune and be surrounded with. So that's life. Life gives and life takes. We should not be that attached. And I don't know, maybe the people who were deceived by these social institutions do feel some meaning, some purpose, because their dreams have been fulfilled. But I don't know. The one thing I don't want to submit to is other people's definition of dreams and purposes. That, oh, you have to have money, you have to have this much money for your life to have meaning. No, life has meaning every day. The way we interact with people, the way we interact with things, the way we interact with art, the way we interact with nature, that's meaning. We live out meaning every day. We don't look for it through these social constructs and social institutions. But no, see, they want money. Those capitalists want to keep exploiting people. So they're turning people against each other, creating more social constructs, creating more disparity, creating gender, creating sex, creating race, and providing such historical nuisance to it that we can't commune, or we can't gather as one anymore without chaos, without violence, because history, a lot of lost people trying to find life, or trying to find the meaning of life, when they should have just lived. You know, because I think the first inhabitants of this planet were like, because if you see, or if you study the indigenous, the native people, they were practically best friends with nature, and they have never felt more complete. Yes, in their attempt to try to give meaning to life, they have made a god out of nature. And why not? In some ways, nature is God. because nature is giving them everything they need. Maybe not every time, because nature has seasons, but through that they learn patience. They learn to rely on each other when nature was punishing them. Yeah, and that's meaning of life for them until the white people came. The Europeans, I think, is the right term, the politically correct term. Yeah, I just don't like this. Like, we're trying to find meaning in life. Life has no meaning, you know? The meaning of life is to live every day. That's the challenge. That's the meaning. If you're trying to find the meaning of it, what you feel, what your existence mean right at this moment, in this instance. But no, we're trying to grasp the meaning, the real tangible meaning of life. So we create religion, politics, countries. So we hurt each other, thus creating further disparities. We have homophobia, racism, gun violence, war, Islamophobia, transphobia. We have grown to hate each other because of these social institutions, these powerful people trying to divide us. When at the end of the day, we're all equals. No amount of money can make a royal or a rich person superior than the other. Unless you can fly, bitch, I'll be jealous of you. Unless you have wings like a butterfly that is not genetically engineered, I'll be jealous of you. Unless you have wings like an angel, I'll be jealous of you. But until that day, I'll keep my jealousy to myself. Because yes, you have these new designer bags and everything, but that doesn't give your life any meaning. Trust me. Trust me. I used to dream of those things. Huh? What's the meaning? What's the special thing about it? Exploitation? Blood labor? Or like the exploitation of women doing or stitching those bags for this amount of money? That's what's special about it? That's all capitalism is? I don't know. I just want to exist. But I see the problem now. Oh my gosh, I see the problem because we can't just exist anymore because of these social constructs and institutions in the capitalistic framework too much infringe upon our everyday life. Because it's literally invasive. It's in every single move we make, every breath we take. It costs money. That's why it's difficult to just exist and to enjoy the meaning of life as we're living it. So that's actually smart. A smart move for the capitalists and the social builders of the world to connect dreams and purpose to money. Because that way, we will always be hungry for something. We can mask our hunger for money, or we can mask their want for us to hunger their money to continue running the cogs of capitalism by chasing our dreams and finding our purpose. That's actually smart of them. So it's expensive to exist now. It's what they're saying. And it is true, it's super expensive to exist now. One of the problems that we can run in while grasping the tangible meaning of life. So yeah, life has no meaning and everything is a social construct. Social constructs is a social construct. And yeah, the best way you can do to find the meaning of life is to find yourself, get yourself some nature, and yeah, just live and be present in every day. Try not to subscribe to social constructs that much, and get yourself just enough money without exploiting anybody, and experience as much life as you can. Even though it's severely complicated because of the way that these fucking people in the past and right now is making life complicated. They have made experiencing life complicated. You want to go to a country, you have to get this, you have to get that. You have to go to a country, you can't because you're gay. You want to go to a country, you can't because you're black. See that history? See that hate? All because we were trying to grasp the fucking meaning of life. Also maybe because of evolution and other factors. Because you know, I don't completely know the fucking history of the world, but I do certainly know that religion was just like a blind man trying to find meaning in this life. A man who does miracles. What harm can it possibly do? A lot. So yeah, try your best is what I'm saying. Again, life has no meaning, but try your best to experience it anyway. Experience it. That's all that's all we can do here while we're alive, to experience life. So yeah, thank you for watching, and this is episode 1 of my podcast. I don't even know, is that a social construct? No, that's just a medium, a new way, a new innovative way to make money. But yeah, this is one of my ways trying to like find out more about myself, but at the same time make little money that doesn't exploit people, for me to maximize my existence on this earth. So yeah, thank you for watching my podcast. Mwah. Goodbye. See you later. Or not. Because you know, we're just fleeting beings. Fleeting. We're here for like, and then babush, bye. So yeah, life has no meaning. Don't try to search for it. Just exist. Just experience. That's life there. That's meaning there. Savor it. Be present in it. And get yourself some nature while it exists and it doesn't betray us yet. Bye. Mwah. In it. It's so hot.